It's the end of November 2023. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside today. We're going to take a drive down to a bar near Parker, Arizona called the Desert Bar. It's out in the wilds a little bit. So I think it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to take the Kawasaki Versys 300 on this trip. Same bike we took down from Alaska. Okay, here we go. This road is running north. It's the road that's in front of our house. We're starting out at 3,000 feet. And in just a minute, we're going to get up to Highway 68, which runs east-west. We'll turn left on this, heading west. Down this road shortly, there will be a pass called Union Pass that's at 3,500 feet. Here comes the pass right now. And right at the top. After the pass, the road drops quickly down to 500 feet in about 10 miles to get to the Colorado River. We stay at 3,000 feet because it's about 10 degrees colder than down by the river, which matters a lot in the summer. In the distance, you can see the casinos over on the other side of the river in Laughlin. And we're coming up on a road here that turns off to the right to cross the river over to Laughlin. Itchy Boots in one of her episodes actually turned at this intersection. It's the right before she got hurt, and Ed March came and rescued her. Okay, here's Bullhead City. It's a nice, clean city. It's got all the kind of chain stores that you'd expect and quite a few nice restaurants. It's long and skinny, and it follows along the river. Once you get to the south end of Bullhead, it opens up for a bit, and just kind of a nice white area. The river's still off to the right there. And then we come into a smaller town called Mojave Valley, which is not as well developed as Bullhead, but it's still a decent place. It's more agricultural. They have large fields over on the riverside. You can see them there, the green fields. And they grow, I think it's alfalfa, I'm pretty sure. And the whole area has just a kind of a neat agricultural feeling like the center of California. Hey, you can see some bales of alfalfa, I think, over there. Once we get south of Mojave Valley, it just turns into a really nice, twisty, up and down road for a while, probably, 10 miles or so, and just real fun to ride on a bike. And then after this section is over, you come to a roundabout kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There's a little town of Golden Shores here, and you take a circle around the roundabout, and for just a very brief minute, you head back east. And over on your left-hand side, there's a neat bar/grill. There's two other little restaurants in town here. It's a great destination for a Saturday drive on a bike. Once you get past that stuff, you get back on 95 and head south. Here we go. This next area is some sort of protected land. I think it's called the Havasu Wildlife Reserve or something like that. There's a lot of swamp cedar trees here, and off to the right is a lot of big marshy area. People like to go fishing here. I think there's a cove here called Catfish Cove. And then after that area, you come around a corner here, and on your right hand side is the little town of Topak, which is really not really a town. It's just there's a restaurant and a nice boat launch, and just a couple other, maybe a couple trailers and stuff. And after that, you swing under the railroad tracks, and up ahead of that is the freeway, Interstate 40. That white structure there is part of a bridge that has pipes that go across the river, probably with water and gas and stuff in them. You go on a frontage road here for about a half a mile, and then it crosses over and you get on the freeway. We're going east again now for about 7 miles, and then it turns off at I believe it's Highway 93 again. And this is the road, maybe it's 95, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is the turnoff that for Lake Havasu, and there's, I think, 4 gas stations here and some fast food stuff, and then a bunch of storage areas for big boats. A lot of the folks that have nice boats that live over in California, they leave their boats here so they don't have to trailer them every time they come to the lake. Lake Havasu is a nice town. It's very prosperous and clean. It's quite busy, and it is becoming more of a retirement town than it used to be. Once you get south of Havasu, it opens back up again, and the river is just off to your right there on the other side of those hills. Now we're getting close to Parker, and the cliffs start closing in. They needed, of course, a narrow area with cliffs on both sides before they could build the dam, so that's why they put the dam here. This dam is the dam that creates Lake Havasu. There's a couple really neat little communities along the river with mostly trailers and stuff, but really, really cute little houses along the water, and they've got docks in the water. All the land is leased land here. Once you get out of those areas, it's just a few more miles to actually get to Parker, and right before Parker is the turnoff here. And this is the turnoff that goes to the Desert Bar. I didn't record the mileage, but I'm thinking that it was about 5 miles back to the bar. Maybe it could be three to 5, I'd say. And it was a decent road. I wouldn't probably do it in a car, but in a Jeep or a truck or a motorcycle, it was fine. Or, of course, the off-road vehicles are all over the place out here. When you first get here, it's a little bit confusing. It's hard to tell where to go, but if you look close on that thin wall, there's a sign that says "Stay Right." So you just go up this wall and take a left turn and go up here, and then in a minute there's a parking lot. They've been working on this thing for, I guess, about 40 years, and so they keep adding on to it. It's really nice. It's way more developed than I expected. I thought it was going to be kind of cute little wooden building out in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually a lot of concrete, a lot of solar panels, live bands. There's a restaurant and a bar. It's still a great place, just not as quaint as I had expected it to. Well, there's our drive, 100 miles from Golden Valley down to the Desert Bar near Parker. Thanks for watching.